That intro there means it's now time for our Life and Info segment where we focus on information useful for your everyday life. And today we're going to look into the changing consumer behavior among South Korea's elderly population who are becoming much more willing to invest more of their time and money to enjoy themselves compared to the past. I'm happy to say we have our Hong Yoo in the studio with us to tell us more. So Hong Yoo, tell us a little more about what senior citizens in South Korea are spending their money on these days.
Well, I would say it's not just about how much money they're spending, but the elders these days are well aware of the latest trends. But in the past, we used to think that they have hard time keeping up with the latest consumption trend, especially in electronic devices such as smartphones. And that is why mobile carriers used to market 2G foldable phones for the elderly that are for texting or calling only. But now around 80% of people in their 60s carry smartphones, especially ones that have been customized to be more friendly with elderly users. There are many other products that have been designed to target the elderly, who have been called the new silver generation in Korea. One of these is a smartphone like the one you can see right now, which has content tailored to the older generation, such as trot music and word quiz games. Also, it comes with a pre-installed dementia prevention app that helps users check their mental health once in a while. It comes with a wide 6-inch screen and is very user-friendly.
I use smartphones to watch videos on YouTube. I watch the news with my phone, and I also use KakaoTalk to chat with people.
Yeah, you often see people on the subway, elderly people watching videos on their smartphones and messaging their friends on KakaoTalk. You can make the size of the letters bigger as well. I noticed that as well, so it makes it much easier for them to send messages. But I hear there are also these artificial intelligence speakers out there now, specifically designed for elderly people and those that live alone, just to make them feel like they are less alone. They have something at least to talk to.
Yes, that's right. There is an AI speaker that can detect one's emotions when they're having a conversation.
Yeah.
For example, when you're going out, you can say, "Hey, I'm going out for a walk." And then the speaker would answer back in a happy voice saying like, "Okay, I'll be waiting for you to come back home safely." And even though it's not a human companion, the elderly say it's heartwarming to think that someone, in this case, something, is waiting for you to come back home.
Yeah.
The information gap between generations is big, and the population of elders living alone is also increasing. So we thought that such technology could improve the quality of life for elders.
Even more, they come equipped with games designed to prevent dementia. Users can ask the speaker to start the quiz, where they will have to answer 4 questions based on memorization. I solved the quiz myself, and let me tell you, it can be quite challenging. But the device encourages you to find the right answer, saying "you can do it" or "good job."
So if you get the answer wrong, then it will say you can do it until you get the right answer.
Yes.
So you completed the test within just a couple of minutes, presumably. It wasn't overly difficult for you, I hope. But what about health-related goods then? Because we all know as people get older, there's more of a focus on their health, as you've been touching on, especially mental health. Dementia is a big issue, of course. So what kind of things are out there for people who want to keep a close eye on their physical and mental health conditions?
Well, I would say well-aging is the term that defines the latest consumption trend among elders. They're willing to invest more money into buying healthy foods and also premium products that are eco-friendly or organic.
Before, I used to spend money mostly on my kids, but now the spending is focused on my husband and I. And we focus on keeping ourselves healthy by eating good food.
The new silver generation, people who have the money and time to invest in themselves, consume in order to reward themselves and be happy. This is called self-focused consumption.
본인 자신의 소비 가치를 적극적으로 반영합니다.
In fact, because of the growing population of the elderly, the consumption of senior citizens, excluding financial products, is expected to grow up to $60.8 billion US dollars, according to Korea Health Industry Development Institute.
Yeah, and that number is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger as South Korea becomes a super age society in a couple of decades' time. So really is going to be a huge market in the future, and we can see big companies are really paying attention to this section of society that has long gone kind of ignored almost by these big tech companies. Hong Yoo, as always, thank you for coming in and sharing that information with us today.
Pleasure.